This past Wednesday, I had a really good laugh at myself. It was my 70th birthday, and when I woke up in the morning, I gave thanks to God for the gift of life. But I also had a good chuckle because I said, here it is, my 70th birthday, and the first thing on my calendar that day, that morning, was a doctor's appointment. So my advice to you high school and college age people out there, don't get old. This weekend, throughout the Diocese of Joliet, pastors of our parishes are announcing the Catholic Ministries Annual Appeal for this year. You may have already received materials in the mail concerning the appeal. But before I talk further about the appeal for this year, I want to give some public praise to Father James for his outstanding 3-week series of homilies, brilliantly combining our parish mission statement and the 3 theological virtues of faith, hope, and love. The amount of prayer, time, thought, and energy he put into preparing and delivering these homilies was evident. I thought he did an exceptional job, and I was truly touched by his message each week. I want to encourage your participation in the Catholic Ministries Annual Appeal in light of today's very challenging gospel. With the admonitions that Jesus says, we might wonder if we can really take Jesus seriously. Love your enemies and do good to those who hate you. Bless those who curse you. Pray for those who mistreat you. Turn the other cheek. Stop judging and condemning. The question arises as to whether he meant them to be taken literally. They are so contradictory to the way most of us live. Some think they are ideas to strive for, but not actual requirements. We would not be terribly surprised if someone who heard Jesus preach what we have just heard and respond, "Get real. Nobody's going to push me around like that. I'm not going to be someone else's doormat." Are you tempted to make the very same objections? However, for Christians, Jesus intends these admonitions to be implemented. These admonitions of Jesus presuppose a faith that believes the kingdom of God has at least partially arrived with the teaching and ministry of Jesus. These admonitions for us believers unfold what the kingdom of God looks like in concrete. God has given to us, with the incarnation of Jesus, unrestrained abundance of generosity. Just look at the cross. We are being called upon to be equally generous, loving, and merciful to others. The last words of Jesus in today's gospel give us motivation to support this year's Catholic Ministries Annual Appeal. Give, and gifts will be given to you. A good measure, packed together, shaken down, and overflowing, will be poured into your lap. For the measure with which you measure will, in return, be measured out to you. The theme of this year's appeal is devoted to the works of the Lord. By supporting this year's CMAA, you are supporting the works of our local church as a member of the Diocese of Joliet. Our diocese serves over 545,000 Catholics throughout our 7 counties. A gift to the CMAA is very important because it provides most, if not all, of the funding for the ministries that serve hundreds of thousands of people in our diocese throughout our country and the world. Also, consider that your gift to the CMAA provides the funding for the education of our future priests. We are very blessed to have 26 seminarians currently in formation for priestly service in our diocese. Your gift touches home here at OLM, as we have 2 of those seminarians currently assigned to our parish. Deacon Tom Logue, who will be ordained a priest this May, and seminarian Andrew Bogusz in a pastoral year before he begins theology studies at Mundelein this fall. Through the work of Catholic Charities, over 19,000 nights of shelter and housing have been provided to the homeless. At OLM, we host a monthly Catholic Charities food pantry. Just this past Wednesday, over 150 families received free food. The appeal helps fund young adult and youth ministry programs and support for our family faith formation staff. The Catholic Schools Office, among its many responsibilities, provides oversight, assistance, and direction to our 51 elementary and high schools. Next weekend is Commitment Weekend, and we will hear a recorded message from Bishop Hicks. We will have in-pew commitment cards available, or you may bring your completed card that you received in the mail. I thank you for your generosity over the 4 past appeals I have made, as Our Lady of Mercy parishioners have not only met our goal, but surpassed it each of those 4 years, resulting in a rebate back to our parish for use for our parish ministries and programs. This year, our goal is $152,000. As this is my last time as a pastor to promote the CMAA, I ask you to consider a generous gift to this year's appeal so that together we can be devoted to the works of the Lord.